It's been forever since I hit up Meghan, not since that phony baby shower mess. I showed up, sat there feeling like a total fool, and there wasn't even a baby. Word is, Harry's dipped out on her for a solid.
It had been a long time since Serena Williams last reached out to Meghan Markle. Not since what she now bluntly calls that phony baby shower disaster. According to remarks attributed to the tennis legend, she showed up expecting something genuine, sat through the event feeling embarrassed, and left with an unsettling realization there hadn't even been a baby involved. Then came the line that truly stunned listeners. Word was, Prince Harry had walked away from Meghan for an entire month. The comment didn't land lightly. Serena Williams, global sports icon and once one of Meghan's most visible allies, had apparently cracked open a door that had remained firmly shut for years. This wasn't idle chatter whispered on gossip blogs. This was someone from Meghan's inner circle, someone who had defended her publicly, now implying that the story sold to the world was never what it seemed. For years, Meghan had carefully presented an image of unwavering friendships, a defiant love story, and picture-perfect motherhood. Serena's words peeled that image back, exposing fractures beneath the surface. The lavish New York baby shower from 2019, once hailed as a glamorous celebration, was suddenly reinterpreted as something far more calculated. And the marriage to Prince Harry, long marketed as unbreakable, appeared to be quietly unraveling under the weight of ambition, isolation, and unresolved truths. If even Serena, arguably one of Meghan's most loyal supporters, had stepped back, the question became unavoidable. What else had been hidden in plain sight? The public narrative had always been immaculate. Meghan Markle, the American actress who swept a prince off his feet, entered royal life as a modern symbol of change. Pregnancies announced with flair. Children presented as emblems of progress. Smiling photos curated for maximum impact. Yet behind those polished images, doubts simmered. Rumors of staged moments. Whispers of borrowed glamour. Relationships stretched to their breaking point. Serena's remark didn't just validate suspicions, it reignited them. Sources close to the tennis star claim her frustration had been building quietly for years. She had poured time, money, and genuine effort into that 2019 baby shower, only to walk away feeling manipulated. Serena, insiders insist, doesn't do anything halfway. She committed fully, and when she realized she'd been played, she was done. This wasn't about a petty fallout. It was about authenticity, or the lack of it. As the story unfolds, the pieces begin to align. A baby shower that promised joy but allegedly delivered deception. A marriage fracturing behind closed doors. A friendship ending not with reconciliation, but with exposure. Rewind to February 2019. New York City's elite gathered at the Mark Hotel, a symbol of luxury and exclusivity. Serena Williams hosted what was billed as the ultimate baby shower for her friend Meghan. The guest list was stacked: Amal Clooney, Gayle King, Jessica Mulroney. Floral installations cascaded from ceilings. Harpists filled the air with music. Excitement buzzed around the anticipated arrival of Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor. Reports later estimated the cost at more than $200,000, with Serena covering the bill. The event was framed as a break from royal tradition, an unapologetically American celebration. But even then, critics raised eyebrows. Palace insiders reportedly dismissed it as excessive and inappropriate by British standards. Kate Middleton, they noted, had avoided such displays entirely. Meghan, however, embraced it. Carefully posed photos. A glowing smile. Her baby bump front and center. But what if that glow was rehearsed? Emerging claims now suggest the event wasn't an organic celebration at all, but a tightly orchestrated production. According to alleged attendees, it wasn't about welcoming a child, it was about optics. Invitations went out amid early whispers of tension and ambition. Serena, known for her meticulous standards, handled every detail personally, believing she was honoring a friend. Looking back, questions linger. Why were certain aspects so controlled? Why was Meghan's family largely absent? And why, as Serena now implies, did it feel like a performance with no substance? The shower, once remembered fondly, now appears foundational to a much larger controversy. Serena's description, "There wasn't even a baby," cuts straight to the heart of it. Whether interpreted literally or symbolically, it suggests something deeply off. Archie's eventual arrival in May 2019 was surrounded by unusual secrecy. No hospital photo calls. No traditional announcements. Everything tightly managed. At the time, it was framed as a desire for privacy. Now it fuels suspicion. If the baby shower preceded key events under questionable circumstances, Serena's words land with devastating force. Insiders describe an atmosphere that felt staged, games played, gifts exchanged, but none of the warmth that accompanies genuine anticipation. Serena reportedly expected connection. Instead, she now recalls sitting through what she calls a mess. Speculation about prosthetics, surrogacy, and hidden arrangements has circulated for years, largely dismissed as conspiracy. But Serena's involvement elevates the conversation. She was present. She participated. And she left feeling deceived. Why did she host at all? Loyalty, perhaps. Or the allure of proximity to royalty. Either way, her hindsight reframes the entire event. The baby shower wasn't about motherhood, critics argue. It was about image. As Harry and Meghan relocated to California, the cracks widened. Serena's revelation became more than a personal grievance. It became a thread unraveling the larger narrative. Friendships under intense public scrutiny rarely survive unscathed. Serena and Meghan once appeared inseparable. Courtside appearances. Mutual praise. Public support. Serena attended the royal wedding in 2018, openly celebrating Meghan. By 2023, however, something had changed. When Serena hosted her own baby shower years later, Meghan was notably absent. Photos flooded social media, smiling guests, celebration everywhere, but no Duchess. Official explanations cited scheduling conflicts. Insiders whispered otherwise. Serena felt used. Sources claim the 2019 shower, once a highlight, had become a point of resentment. Meghan's absence from Serena's event was seen by some as avoidance, by others as retaliation. Public mentions disappeared. Interviews avoided her name entirely. What once looked like sisterhood quietly dissolved into silence. And then came Serena's comment, fatal, deliberate, and years in the making. But the fallout didn't stop at friendships. It spilled straight into the heart of Harry and Meghan's marriage. Harry's dipped out on her for a solid month. That single line poured gasoline on long-standing rumors. By 2026, the couple's marriage, once heralded as a rebellious fairy tale, appeared dangerously unstable. Online forums buzzed. Tabloids speculated. Psychics predicted disappearances, separations, and collapse. The Netflix deal ended in 2025 after disappointing returns. Financial pressure mounted. Archewell struggled amid donor fatigue. Harry traveled increasingly alone, to the UK, to Africa, while Meghan appeared isolated in California, sometimes without her wedding ring. Insiders described parallel lives. Separate schedules. Separate circles. Sparse joint appearances. The rumors weren't new, but Serena's confirmation amplified them beyond denial. Harry's memoir Spare had already hinted at deep fractures. Now those tensions seemed to be playing out in real time. Sources described arguments over direction, Harry leaning toward reconciliation with the royal family, Meghan pushing relentlessly toward Hollywood relevance. Psychics and commentators predicted professional separation first, personal rupture later. By early 2026, Harry's absences reportedly grew longer. Silence from Montecito only deepened speculation. Palace insiders whispered contingency plans. The implications stretched far beyond the couple. Questions about titles, succession, and royal legitimacy resurfaced. Archie and Lilibet's status came under renewed scrutiny. Discussions allegedly intensified within Buckingham Palace regarding potential title changes should a divorce occur. A split would reduce Meghan to Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, echoing past royal separations. Harry's inheritance loomed as both leverage and delay. Signs mounted, missing rings, strained smiles, cold interactions. What once seemed like tabloid fantasy hardened into unfolding reality. Serena's words didn't just wound personally. They exposed vulnerabilities long concealed by palace walls. Now the stage is set. The baby shower reframed as deception. The separation no longer rumor. 2026 looming as a turning point. Harry seeks purpose. Meghan pivots toward reinvention. But the damage remains: friendships burned, trust shattered, narratives broken. Silence isn't peace. It's anticipation. And one truth stands above all others. Serena's revelation changed everything.